Hello YouTubers and welcome to another episode. Today we're talking about DOMS. We're talking about that delayed onset muscle soreness that you sometimes get when you try a new exercise for the first time or maybe in a long time. Like a lot of us are in isolation right now. Some of us don't have rowing machines, so some of us are doing exercises that we don't normally do, whether that's going out running if you're not a runner, or if you're going out cycling, you're not a cyclist, or whatever exercise is. Maybe you're starting to get on the rowing machine because you don't want to go out cycling or because you don't want to go out running. When you try a new exercise, whether it is running, biking, rowing, so bodyweight circuits, whatever it is, your body gets into a state of shock. Your muscles get torn much quicker, and then we get that feeling of DOMS. So that's delayed onset muscle soreness, that feeling of sort of tightness, of pain post that first time doing either that exercise or just exercise in general for a while. So a lot of people in isolation have been doing sort of bodyweight exercises, and for me, if I start doing push-ups that I haven't been doing in a long time, or sit-ups, or so air squats, jump squats, just any bodyweight exercise, really, that is a new thing to me, and it just makes it for the next couple of days, even few days, just extra painful and extra tight. So today, we're going over some tips that if you do end up with some DOMS, some delayed onset muscle soreness, then you can do a few of these tips to help ease off the pain. Some of them will increase the pain for a little bit and decrease it over the long term. Others, hopefully, will just decrease it almost immediately. But today, we did a very variated workout. It was an hour at a little higher pace than UT2, so my average heart rate was 150, and we ended up with a, hopefully you can see that, a 148. There we go. With a 148 for the hour, and so that's quite significantly faster than sort of the steady state pieces that I've been doing, around 53 to 58, and today, so that's 5 to 10 splits faster than what I've been doing for UT2. But the idea behind that is just you're working different zones, and like I said about the change in training program, we're increasing the intensity in certain workouts like this one, but not trying to throw everything out the window that we've learned in previous training blocks. So now what I'm going to do is have a little shower, which actually is step one to reducing the DOMS. So let's hop in the shower. Okay, we've made it into the shower post-ergo for some spicy hot water to reduce those DOMS. So what happens here is basically, obviously not burning hot, but it is pretty hot. Obviously making it, is the camera a bit, obviously it is very hot, but you can put it in a little bit, take it away, put it a little bit, and what that does is creates or promotes better blood flow around the body. So like my legs have some DOMS, I don't have to put the camera any lower, but DOMS, so then the blood has been sent there a little bit more than it would be normally to help reduce those DOMS and get more oxygenated blood to those broken down muscles and hopefully reducing those DOMS. So now it's time to fuel up. So we'll see you after the shower. Oh yeah!
So whilst Cam has his spicy hot shower, I thought it'd be good for him to experience the benefits of having a cold shower. So we're going to go downstairs and switch the hot water off and see what happens. So the benefits of having a cold shower compared to a hot shower is that hot shower opens up those veins and capillaries, vasodilation, and the opposite is vasoconstriction. So that constricts the blood flow to those muscles. And that fluctuation, hot and cold, again helps promote the blood supply, which is rich in new oxygen to those muscles and helps further improve your DOMS. For me as a pentathlete, the reason why I would use cold water as a method of recovery is to promote the anti-inflammatory response. So it's especially important in contact sports where that bruising is really high. Having that cold water effect is even more important than the spicy hot showers. So for me, fencing, where we get bruised, it's really important, but also rugby as well as contact. So that's another really important one for using those cold showers for your benefit. So it might be a couple of minutes until he realizes the hot water is no longer. Let's see.
When will we see our lakes again? Before things die. Oh, that's Zoe! Have you turned the water down? Ah, it's cold! And finished with the showering, lovely hot shower, and thanks to Zoe, a lovely cold shower too. But like we both said, there's benefits to both that can help reduce the DOMS. Now on to step number 2, or way number 2, to either reduce the DOMS that you already have, or maybe even prevent them slightly. So fueling up correctly is a big one for reducing DOMS. As you can see from my meal, you have just basically a lot of fuel to make sure muscles get enough fuel to rebuild themselves and slightly be able to make the DOMS less rubbish. But you have Zoe's meal here that is a lot more colourful. Zoe, what do you have for lunch today?
Got some lentils, some chicken, and some high antioxidant, nutritious food.
Nutritious and delicious. So why would you? So obviously a lot more colourful versus a lot less colourful. What are the benefits to having a more colourful dish versus this?
So when we're training, we are creating like micro tears. So that creates oxidative stress levels. So this will help reduce them. And antioxidants are reducing DOMS.
Yes! So a lot more colour in your dish generally means a lot more vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. And depending on how bad your DOMS are, you can actually go into sort of the supplement side of things. Like there's there's like people do like super concentrated cherry juice, and cherries are really known for sort of the antioxidantness. Blueberries are up there as well, but like I said, there's supplement side of things as well as sort of fruit and veg as well. But like I said, my fuel is more about getting the actual fuel in to give the body enough fuel to repair, and Zoe's is more about sort of reducing that oxidative stress. And this itself, so a performance cherry, they're not heinous to drink, but they're super concentrated cherry juice, again trying to reduce that oxidative stress put in your body by training. But that is another way to reduce that DOMS feeling, that delayed onset muscle soreness feeling that you may have got with the variation of training you have in isolation. But now we're going to finish or even start fueling up, and then on to the third way that you could reduce your DOMS. Oh yeah. Another tip, little bit of massage, whether it's self-massage, so you can get there and just massage your legs with your own hands, or you can use external apparatus, such as what I've been using as a little hockey ball, really easy to transport around, although you won't be going very far, but just putting that where you sort of feel your DOMS and rolling around, whether it's, you can actually do here, bottom of your feet like you saw, under your calves, under your hamstrings, under your bum, on your back, your neck, and even sort of, you don't have to be sitting on it, you can just roll it around. That can really sort of help reduce the feeling of DOMS, as it sort of partly tells your body, okay, this is getting massaged, it's promoting some blood flow and bringing some blood to the damaged areas, helping improve the repair of the muscles that have been torn. But there's other things you can do as well. You've got like foam rollers that are really handy as well. The hockey ball is a pretty intense piece of external apparatus for sort of self-massage. You can also go the tennis ball route, again really portable but a little bit softer, and you can go all the way to sort of sports massages by a qualified massage person or physical therapist or whoever they are, just to help with those DOMS. But generally, if it feels painful to the touch, a little bit of foam rolling or rolling on the ball or self-massage probably will help it. Of course, depending on the pain, if it feels like an actual injury, then probably not the greatest thing to roll around on that injury. But if it feels like your muscles are tired and sore, then a little bit of massage, whether it's a lot, really intense stuff, or just a little bit here and there to, again, promote a little bit of blood flow to help reduce those DOMS. Dobby. And that is the end of the day today. The DOMS have been reduced from fueling up, whether it's through many antioxidants in Zoe's dish or less antioxidants in mine, which I really have to work on actually, but really fueling up the muscles to make sure they have enough fuel to repair themselves, because remember, food is in fact fuel. Spicy hot showers, and yes, unfortunately, what's the opposite of spicy? Very Baltic showers, to help promote sort of the blood flow through the muscles where you may have DOMS, and little bit of self-massage too. So foam roller, hockey ball, tennis ball, something like that. You get loads of different gadgets and gizmos to do that for you too, which can really help reduce the feeling of DOMS. And things like the shower or hot and cold baths, plus the self-massage can really help prevent or reduce the amount of DOMS that you might end up feeling anyway. So from Dobby and I, right here, Yams out roaming free like the pony that he is, we'll see you in tomorrow's episode, because today is a day of the week and tomorrow is another day of the week, so that means another vlog. Oh yeah! And as always, remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and hopefully you're all staying healthy, staying safe, and if you have been experiencing some DOMS due to the variation, because remember, variation is key to motivation, in these trying times with doing different exercises, hopefully you can use these tips to help you out and reduce those DOMS, the delayed onset muscle soreness. Oh yeah.